Hey, it's Rachel from Glow Your Business, and we're talking about stress. Or, no, we're talking about fear today. My mind is all combobulated because of all the stress I'm feeling. So today would be a great day to talk about stress, but today we're talking about fear. Yay. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Rachel, and I'm a happy business coach. I teach amazing women entrepreneurs how to live happier lives and control their emotions so that their business can succeed without them or their emotions getting in its way. And it looks like my internet's being a little buggy today, but we'll keep on going. So I've had a lot of fear in my life. I used to fear like everything. I remember I used to fear volcanoes because I live really close to Mount Rainier, and there's always that chance that it's gonna blow and destroy everyone here. So I was always really afraid of that. I was really afraid that there was gonna be an earthquake. I was always really afraid of fire alarms. I was always really afraid of failing. I was afraid of a lot of stuff. And it really caused a lot of stress in my life that wasn't needed. And fear can just really easily overtake your life. It can, if you let it. Yeah, just thinking about it is stressing me out. But as an entrepreneur, a lot of different fears will come up. I didn't feel so much fear for a while, but then once I started to get low on money, I was just like, okay, I'm getting really scared now. I'm feeling a lot of fear towards failing because I was like, I'm going to run out of money, and then I have to go back and get a job as a chemist, and I just really, really, really don't want to do that. So, yeah, so as an entrepreneur, you can feel a lot of fear. You can feel, especially fear of failure is a huge one. I think a lot of entrepreneurs feel that when you first start out because it's like you left a job that you really hated, or you're trying to leave a job that you really hate, and you want to follow your passions and you want to follow your heart. And it's hard when you can't do that. And when things don't line up how you want them to line up. And so a lot of fear of failure is more of you're trying to follow your passions and you're trying to follow your heart, but you can't, and it just gets all discombobulated. But then there's a second fear that I think is even more common, and it's not quite as obvious. It's a fear of success. And a fear of success can definitely stay hidden. It was hidden deep down in me. I was afraid of being successful because then I would have to be visible to people. I have to share my secrets. I have to share my story. I have to share all my fears, my hurts, pains, successes, everything. And it was scary. It's definitely scary to put yourself out there. But the thing about fear is you got to feel the fear and then do it anyways. Otherwise, you're going to paralyze yourself and you're not going to be able to move forward in your business or in life or do anything. I eventually got over my fear of volcanoes and earthquakes because it's like there's a 1 in million chance that it's going to happen. And if it does, I'll handle it when it happens. I can prepare as best as I can, but I'm not going to worry about it because what if it doesn't happen in my lifetime? And the chances are it's never going to happen in my lifetime. And it's the same with fear of failure and fear of success. You can worry about it all the time and you can feel it and it can consume your life if you let it. But instead what you can do is be like, okay, I have this fear of failure. Why do I have this fear of failure? So the way to work through fear is you have to dissect it. You have to dig really deep. You have to analyze it. You got to really think about it. Why am I fearing failure so much? Why am I fearing success so much? And for me, fearing failure was all about, a lot of it was about disappointing my parents because they were very critical of me growing up, and they're still kind of don't understand the journey that I'm going on. It was a fear of having to go back to a really horrible job that I hated and to basically crush my soul. And yeah, I really did not want to go back to working for someone else. I didn't want to go back to working as a chemist. I wanted to follow my dreams and follow what my passions were. And so I really worked through them and I got over them. So now it's, I still have a fear of failure a little bit. It's still there, I can tell. And it's definitely really difficult to deal with sometimes, especially when I'm hungry, angry, lonely, tired, stressed out. I'm like today, my mind's been going like crazy because I didn't sleep super good. I got woken up early. I've got a million things I have to do today. My to-do list is like this long, see, like pretty long. And so a lot of my fears are like popping out my head. My inner critic, who I call my drill sergeant, he's talking to me pretty strongly today, saying, you're never going to make this. You're never going to be able to do this if you can't be at your desk, 24/7, and you don't have time to go do all the things you love, and you can't afford anything. You can't do this. So he's pretty loud today, and I'm trying to shut him out. And that's also another thing with the fear, is that your inner critic is going to get pretty loud pretty quickly. And you got to learn to just shut them up. Just say, you know what, shut up. I'm not going to listen to you today or ever. And so back to the fear of success, like how to deal with that. That one's a little bit harder to deal with because most people don't know it's there. You say, mentally you're like, yes, I really want to be successful. I want my business to work. I want to, have the $1 million. I want to have this and this and this. But deep down, you're afraid of having to put yourself out there. At least that's how it was for me. I was afraid of putting myself out there because then I'd have to be honest with myself and others. And I would have to, sorry, my boyfriend, he's really good at calling me when I'm in the middle of a call. But with a fear of success, it's all about having to be visible and push yourself out of your comfort zone. And that is really difficult to do when you're not used to doing it. So basically my suggestions are dealing with fear is, feel it, feel the fear, do it anyways. No, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, even just a little bit. Just do a little bit every day and get used to stepping outside of your comfort zone. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And like for me, I used to be really, really scared and afraid of answering the phone. I know that sounds so silly, but I don't know why. I have this fear of answering the phone, and it still crops up on occasion for me. But I've practiced it. I've practiced getting on the phone, getting on Skype with people, talking with people, and, it was scary to put myself outside my comfort zone, but it's the best thing I've done. Because now I can talk to people no problem. I can be on the phone with them no problem. I don't feel as awkward and what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah. I feel way more confident, and I feel it's a lot easier now that I've worked through that fear. For more deep-seated fears, you really need to journal it. Just journal it. Why am I feeling this way? What started it? Usually there's a thing that pinpoints it and starts it. And you basically just got to really work through it. And that's the only way to do it. It is. You got to work through your fears, because if you don't, then you're not going to live to your full potential. So now that we've got all that taken care of, just to let you know, if you have any questions, just hit the Q&A button, and then type them in real quick. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about my upcoming challenge. It's called the Happy Biz Challenge. We're going to tackle the 5 deadly emotions of running a business: fear, anxiety, stress, sadness, and loneliness. And each day I'm going to give you little tips and tricks on how to tackle each of those and how they affect your business. It's going to start on the 28th of September. I had to push it back a couple days. But yeah, just join the Happy Biz Babes Facebook group and you'll be in. I'll have links everywhere for you to join and get the videos. So yeah, so if there's any questions, I've got to open the Q&A. All right, so if you have any questions, submit them now. I'm going to talk for a little while longer about what I do. So yeah, I have several happy hours that I have now created. And my favorite one that I'm going to talk about is visibility for introverts and really shy people, because that is definitely a huge fear of being visible. And so what I do is I work with you and I help you discover why you're afraid of what you're afraid of, being visible, why you're afraid of being visible, and also, and then we come up with a good social media calendar and basically a marketing strategy that helps you step out of your comfort zone a little bit at a time. Instead of trying to go from not posting and basically just being a wallflower and just watching things and watching other people succeed, and completely jumping to the opposite of posting all the time and being super social and doing everything, that's not going to work because you're going to burn yourself out. So the way I work is I help you to each week you kind of increase the amount of visibility that you do and increase the amount of posting and commenting and everything so that you get to a point where you're comfortable and you don't feel the fear anymore because you work through it gradually instead of trying to just jump and work through it. So my visibility for introverts happy hour is going on sale this week for, I think, $65. Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested, go to my website, Glow Your Business, and under the Work With Me tab, there's happy hours, and then select the visibility for introverts. I also have a stress less session, right, that I'm doing, where we tackle all the stress that you're feeling, do your fears or whatever you're feeling, and yeah, and then I also have a soul strategy session where we work together to really put yourself in your business and make sure your business is aligned with who you are and just make sure that you're doing everything you need to do to make your business successful. So yeah, so any last questions? I don't see any. So we're going to wrap this one up early because I've got a ton of stuff to do. But if you need to get in contact with me or you need someone to talk to, I'm always here. Send me a Facebook message or you can email me, rachel@glowyourbusiness.com. And yeah, definitely join the 5-day Happy Biz Challenge and join my Facebook group, Happy Biz Babes. And we'll talk to you later. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.